Hey, call me Shape, and today I'm reacting to a video titled, Why Do Modern Women Feel Entitled to Men's Money? The Shocking Truth. Let's get right into it.
The 50-50 and sprinkle conversations are very disingenuous. I think this conversation entirely magnifies still how obsessed with men a lot of you are. Like a lot of things on the internet, I also think it shows that a lot of people don't actually know what they're talking about when it comes to relationship dynamics. But I also think that this obsession with shaming people, especially women, for things that are relatively harmless is ridiculous. A lot of you are choosing to take advice from narcissists who've never been in love before and who are probably in very unhappy relationships. What's also interesting is that we're going through a cost of living crisis. Billionaires and corporations are making record profits, while an increasing amount of men, women, and children face homelessness. Half of Americans struggle to pay their rent. And so in the midst of all this, we have a subset of women online who I suspect are broke and have no sort of financial prospects themselves, and thus has to rely on a man for their livelihood, shaming women who typically work for choosing to split the cost of living with their partner. It doesn't make sense.
Once again, she proves there is no such thing as decentering men. In this realm, we are the alpha and the omega, and women cannot survive without our affirmations. Once you fully understand this point, you will never argue with the woman again. Secondly, when did these women wake up and want to go back to the suburbs of the 1960s? Truth is, men were paid more because it was assumed that they had a family to take care of. But women fought for equal pay, which lowered the salaries of men and doubled the workforce. Yes, these women fought to leave the comfort of their couches, to jump on dirty trains or sit in traffic, to edit some Excel file and drink $15 Starbucks coffee. But now that women are paid equally to men, they don't want the responsibility that comes with getting paid like a man. They still want to enjoy the privileges of hypergamy, while also demanding that they make as much money as men do. They don't want to equally contribute to the home and bills. If equality was truly the goal, then they should have no problem paying half, or at least taking care of the food and utilities. Yeah, but we all know that women look at men's rights like a buffet. They want all of the crab legs, advantages, with none of the responsibility.
And what's funny too is that a lot of the controversy and shaming is for people who are middle class or poor. And the biggest reason why I think a lot of it is just BS is because a lot of them sort of suppose that every man has money, that every relationship dynamic is a rich man or a richer man and a poorer woman. But what I think is going on is projection. I genuinely think that a lot of the women who are feeding into this idea are projecting their own failures and their own lack of resources and finances onto other women.
Yeah, this is the exact point I made in the last video. Modern women are born out the womb with a purple belt in projection. Most of them are blaming us because they can only afford a cup of noodles and some Spam. Not even a famous Brooklyn chopped cheese sandwich. Blaming us for the college loan payments for her degree in racial and sexual diversity. That's why the next time you're about to spend $300 or $400 on a first date with some chick you just met on Hinge. Yes, a dinner date with no guarantee, betation without representation. I want you to open up your Robinhood account and buy some SCHD stock, and then put yourself on timeout.
Yeah, that's way better. Get a mutual fund instead. Right? Because, look, you take a girl out on a date and you wine and dine her, she still reserves the right to say, I don't want to see you again. Or I think we'd be better off as just friends. But you're out $200, $300, $400, $500, $600 to find that out. Right? And it's like a shame. It's like, it's easy to say I want equality, but then it's also easy to say, but I want you to pay for everything. So you want us to earn the same amount, but then we spend our money on both of us, right? My money is our money, and your money is your money, right? That sounds about right? Yeah, ridiculous. But I think that first black girl, she had it right. She's a brilliant black girl. That's the kind of girl I would date, a reasonable girl, right? She could think for herself, right? Like, look, a lot of people are unemployed. A lot of people are not getting... the cost of living is going up, right? So people are making less, the costs are going up, and now we're fighting amongst ourselves, so we're not even paired up together to actually take on the world. Yeah, no wonder why we're in a dating crisis.
Should be 50-50, or do you think a man should pay all the bills? You talking about a marriage?
It's a difference when you're married and not married.
Yeah, if I just met a bitch, I'm not about to pay all or nothing.
So you feel like y'all gotta be married for it to be you paying all the bills.
Before I commit financially to a woman, yes, it has to be another level of commitment. If I just met somebody and we're dating, even if it's my girlfriend, no, I'm not paying all your bills. That's dumb as hell. Why would I do that? What would a woman be giving a man that she feel like a dude should be paying all her bills? The box?
The box? No, she's giving the box. She's giving meals. She's taking care of the kids. She's cooking. She's
You
cleaning.
ain't say nothing about no kids. You talking about just a relationship. Even if it's baby mama, baby daddy, if I'm not with my baby mama, I'm not paying all her bills. I'm gonna take care of my kids.
It gotta be us being married for you to pay all the bills.
Yeah, and I'm still not gonna pay all the bills. I pay the mortgage or rent. But as a woman, you should be willing to help your man and not just feel like he a fucking bank.
Mm-hmm.
Well said. But let's ask the real question. Why do some of these women feel so entitled to a man's hard-earned cash? All for a box that Tommy and Tyrone got access to for the price of a pizza and a Bebzi.
You mean Bebzi? That's what I said.
Maybe it's time for women to shift focus from just what they bring to the bedroom and start considering what they bring to the table. And no, I'm not talking about those abstract buzzwords like compassion, loyalty, or moral compass.
All right, y'all. What do
Yeah, like seriously, what skills do you have? I don't know why it's a huge question to ask. And y'all all say y'all cook, y'all all say y'all clean, but y'all can't all be equally good at cooks and equally good cleans. Like lady cleans. You guys probably don't equally clean as well as each other, right? Some people could scrub a tub better than others. Some people could sweep a floor better than others. Some women can fold clothes better than others. I just got my clothes folded and washed for the small price of $29. And that was a month worth of clothes. And the only reason why I did it because I just been working on videos I spend so much of my time working on videos, I don't even have time to wash my own clothes. So I was like, screw it, I'll pay someone to do it. And I come to find out it's actually cheaper for me to pay someone to wash my clothes than for me to do it myself. Because you have to buy the laundry detergent, you got to spend the time inside the laundry, you got to wash it, dry it, take it back and forth, in and out of your car, where I could pay someone else to do that and fold it while I can get back to work. I'm saying this to say, that's a skill. Tell me you know how to wash and fold. How about that? You want me to pay for everything. And by the way, I'm the kind of guy, I'm about to live a high value life. I'm chasing after that bag. I'm doing this for the community, right? I'm giving them what they want so I can get what I want. And what I want is financial freedom. But, most men are not going to be able to pay for every bill. Like, let's get out of this. Like, only 10% of the men make $100,000 or more. Only 1 out of 4 wives are stay-at-home wives. That means 75% of women that are married have to work. So this 50-50 thing is not even a question because the facts suggest most women are going to have to work.
need to bring to the table? It's not just. All right, y'all. What do women need to bring to the table? It's not just a man that needs to bring something to the table. We do too. Number 1, she needs to be nurturing. Number 2, capacity and willingness to respect you as a man. Number 3, to be understanding of most men's innate pressure to perform in order to provide for his family, not to add to that pressure. Next is to be supportive. Strength of character, moral compass, God-fearing. Intelligent and competent, she's loyal. And last but not least, does not allow for outside voices to impact the dynamics of the relationship.
But you forgot. We know who you are. I believe her name is Samantha Lee. This is the ex-wife. Yeah, the one that filed for divorce from Tyrese. And she's telling us how to date. But you're a regular girl who dated a high-value man and you filed for divorce. And what's the advice you give us? Make sure you stay loyal to a man. That's what a woman should do, right? You weren't loyal. Make sure that you don't let outside voices influence your relationship. That's what you did, according to you, on your own admission, not mine. On your own admission, you said that you let other people get into your ear as to why you want to get a divorce from Tyrese. So, listen, it's cool that people can talk the talk, but we need to see you walk the walk, right? Running your mouth ain't that impressive. I get it. You want to grift the red pill like everybody does, right? I'm one of a few genuine people who are single, no kids, stand on business, you know what I'm saying? MGTOW type vibes and actually make the content that suggests that, right? Everyone else is grifting. They're one way in their life, another way on camera. Ridiculous.
for outside voices to impact the dynamics of the relationship.
Yeah, that's great and all, but in 2025, you're gonna have to come better than that. So basically, I'm paying you not to cheat and be understanding, risking my future earnings and 401k for a promise of respect and loyalty. Sounds like Looney Tune talk to me.
I've been noticing a lot lately that in relationships nowadays, people are looking at their partner or potential partner, and their focus is, what can this person do for me and how can they better my life? And oftentimes, we're not even thinking about what we can do for that person, how we can better their life. It's all about them doing for us. I think women, we go into relationships expecting respect, expecting to be loved, to be honored, to be cherished. But I feel like for men, without realizing we're doing it, we treat men as if they have to earn these things, but then we expect to just be given them. And that makes me really sad for men, because can you imagine?
She just dropped the bombshell. Men, we have to earn these things, but women should just be given them. That's pretty deep, right? I got to earn a woman's time, but my money, I had to just give it to her. It's BS.
If we had to go into relationships without having respect, without having, all these things that we already know we deserve, I just feel like this is something that as a society we need to do better with. Going into any relationship, you should give them the same respect, honor, and everything else that you would want. And then it's up to them what they're going to do with that.
Yeah, she's basically saying that modern women are narcissists and suffering from a severe case of entitlement. Many men are starting to understand the true nature of modern women, and they don't have the stomach for it. Now, after you break up with her, and she has a few rounds of revenge sex with random dudes, this will be the scene before you get that "hey, big head" text. And I guess the real question is, what will be your next move?
I broke no contact. You don't feel better once you do. You do not feel better after saying your piece.
But wait a minute.
Yeah. Broke no contact. You're upset. You're crying. Look, I get it. You want your ex back. That's exactly how I got to YouTube to begin with. I would have never discovered the red pill if I didn't have an ex break up with me, and I was just like scratching my head like, but what did I do? And then come to find out, I did a lot of stuff. I had a lot of beta ways about me that I didn't realize I got indoctrined by society and our culture to be a wuss, right? I'm just being honest, right? I remember before our breakup, no, actually I lied. When she broke up with me, I broke up. So here, the story is, long story short, I broke up with her first, and then I was like, nah, I'm just playing. And then she's like, no, actually, I really want to break up. And I used to always break up with her just because I don't know why. I want her to prove herself that she really cared about me. My thoughts were, and this is traumatic, but I'm being real. My thoughts were, if you really care about me, you'll deal with the bullshit I'm putting you through. And that's a toxic BS that a lot of women think to this day. And I had that same kind of thought. Because it came from the same place, right? Society. Anyway, she broke up with me, and what I did that was so beta on top of that was when I told her, give me back all my stuff. I gave her like a little promise ring, and she was like, give me that promise ring back. You're gonna break up with me. Anyway, so when she came to give me the ring back, I actually went out to the flower shop and bought her a bouquet of flowers to say I'm sorry. Long story short, she came back. She came to my house with the ring, and I went to give her the flowers. Let's just say it was an ugly scene. But I'll describe it really quickly because it happened really fast. Essentially, I wanted to surprise her with the flowers, so when she got out the car and came to my door, ringing my doorbell, I told her, like, wait in your car, I'll meet you in your car. So she's like, all right, it's okay. So she went to her car, and I went back in the car. I came inside the passenger seat. She was in the driver's seat. And I was holding a bouquet of flowers behind my back, and then I went like this. And she looked at me like confused. Like, why are you giving me this? And I was just like, I thought I didn't say why. She explained to me, like, you know, I just need this right now. I need space. I need time. The whole thing that they tell you about the whole get your ex back. I need space, and I just need to clear my mind, and blah, blah. And I was like, well, can at least just unblock me? So she unblocked me. But the long story I'm trying to tell you, and I'm saying all this to say that this is why this content is necessary, because everything I did then, I would never do again today. If a girl breaks up with me, one, you could keep whatever bullshit I bought you. And two, I'm not buying you flowers as an apology. You buy flowers as a reward. So back then, I rewarded women for bad behavior. You see the pattern here, and this is what people do. I was guilty of it too. Now I realize, like, no, buy flowers as a thank you, not as a sorry, you know. And the red pill taught me that, so I'm very grateful for them for that. Anyway, that's just a small story, but we'll get into more of those later. Like the video, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for everybody's commenting. You want more videos? You got more videos. 5 videos today, 5 videos tomorrow, 5 videos every day. All right? Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you over there.